11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
See, that's like when like my daughter, she'd wake up, for school. It would be school time, Hey, get up. Got to get up for school. Dad, I don't feel good. I got a headache. I got a fever. Oh, you want me to check your head? Oh, you're not that warm, honey. Oh, Dad, I just don't feel. That's what that sounded like to me. It was like I'm pretending to have a fever, and I don't want to go to school.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fake. The crying sounds fake to me, but in all honesty, I just feel like the priority there is saying, I don't know what's happening. Something's happening, but I don't know what. Because you could really just call and say something's happening. And then that's what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
You don't know what. It's like, yeah.
It brings me back to, Dad, I don't feel good. I have a headache. I don't want to go to school. I think I have a fever. Oh, okay. It's like, come on. What, do you got a big test today or something? Oh, the back in the days.
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
Yeah, that's your
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
Okay, right there. When you hear, don't, stop. That sounds real. Like, don't go in there. But this before, I don't.
I don't even know. I guess I'm meaner than you. I didn't think that sounded real.
It don't. Oh, but that's right. Stop!
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it sounds more real than the beginning, but I thought that it sounded like rehearsal prompted, because it's kind of just before she gets interrupted, and then she says, "Oh," which I don't know. Do people say that in an emergency? Do they just be like, "Oh, King's Road"? Like, I don't know.
I mean, to me, it's like, something's in there. Why would you say stop, right? Or you think it was what? Are you saying that she was telling people to stop because she wanted to take attention away from what they were just like. Okay, so kind of like this, like Amanda says, overperforming, but realizes that you're overperforming, so you're gonna be like, hey, look at that blue flashy thing over there. Like that? Is that what you mean? Like
Maybe.
it's let's direct the attention into another direction in the conversation, because I realize I'm going overboard, or
I think that it is something like that, especially when, she's able to, like, whatever was distracting her, she's able to just come back to the address so easily. I don't know. Let me know when you hear it now. When you hear her like confirm the address, I just think that sounds weird.
Okay, let me listen to it that way. Hold on.
5 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
So what do you think she's trying to delay, given the address then? Because she's in the middle of saying 1122, doesn't get to say Queen Road. Do you think she's trying to delay it? Or
I think look, she could be trying to sound panicked, but it could also be that she phoned 911 with a specific, how do I say this? She was acting a certain way. And I feel sometimes like she was expecting the 911 operator to pick up on that panic and also be like, oh no, what's going on? Is something happening? You don't know what? That's terrible. But she was very professional. And I feel like it did catch the caller off guard as well. And it kind of just threw her a little, because that's actually what 911 operators do. They'll bring your tone down so that you calm down. And I feel like maybe she didn't anticipate that.
Like,
so when you call someone and they just sound off, so then you kind of turn off too. It's like that, because maybe she was, look, I'm just guessing, but I feel like maybe she was expecting a little bit of a warmer tone.
Let me go back to it one more time.
Something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, King Road.
Oh, King Road.
I thought that sounded weird. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, the O. Oh, King.
Yeah.
Well, like typically said, delay, confuse.
Yeah, and I think what I'm trying to say really is that it sounded to me like she had an intention when she called, and was to act a certain way. And I think that she picked up quite quickly that it wasn't necessarily working, and it changed her. And I think that that's kind of the point where that interaction, the dynamic kind of changed, because she was like, this is not going well. And that's maybe even why somebody else took the phone, because they were like, okay, let's just,
Because she realized it wasn't
not going well.
Interesting. Not going well.
Rest of the address?
Oh, King Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, because like when you got like if you have to have a friend advise you to call 911, that's the only time you're forced to call, because what are you gonna say? Hey, how come you didn't call 911 during the 8 hours, and how come you didn't call 911 when your friend told you to? Then they're really gonna look at you. So you have to call 911. Do I think Dylan had anything to do like, did I think she committed the crime? No. Do I think she had an idea of who did? Yes. Yes, I do.
I mean, I personally don't believe either of them were involved. I just
No, not
question.
involved.
Yeah.
But I think Dylan had a good idea of who it could have been. Uh, definitely, especially after all of this.
Apartment.
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
Yep, gave the phone to somebody else as soon as the king.
The rest of the address?
Oh, King Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address? 1122 King Road.
And what's the phone number that you're calling from?
What's your phone number?
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night.
She was drunk. It's not waking up. Oh, and they saw some man. No mention of the word blood.
And also, how are those things even connected? Did he make her drink too much? What's the connection?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even related. You
Yeah.
can tell that this is not a case of being drunk.
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that right there too, like when you and she was drunk, and that's somebody that's repeating what they were just told from somebody else. Now you got the game of telephone, obviously, so when it goes from one person to the next, you're gonna lose a little bit, or it might be morphed, right? But this girl, this is why I'm saying she probably just showed up and somebody said, "Hey, she's not waking up. She got really drunk last night, and there was some guy that was in her house this morning, last night." And then she's just like, "Whoa, hey, whoa, that's crazy." So then all of a sudden she gets handed the phone and she's like, "Oh, yeah, this, and this too." It's somebody that didn't even, probably was halfway up the parking lot, wasn't even any closer at that point, and probably somebody that lived next door that was just showing up just to be like, "What's going on?" Right?
Yeah.
Why was she giving them the phone?
I was just checking my printout of the text because I couldn't remember if they texted her, but they didn't. It was other friends. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's crazy. And how nobody like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's all crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sorry,
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened very much?
What is going on currently?
Can I just tell you what happened very much? What?
I think it's pretty much.
Pretty much?
The transcript said pretty much.
What's going on? Tell you what happened pretty much. But she's not continuing what she's saying. It kind of stops.
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check.
Come on, let's go check. You called it in for an unconscious person.
Yeah.
You called it
Without
in for an unconscious person. We're 2 minutes into the 911 call. You already said that nobody was breathing. Come on, let's go check. We don't know.
Passing it around.
Can I just tell you something? Like,
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know what the 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now.
See, not concerned if somebody is passed out. Not concerned if their friend is passed out. They want to tell you about 4 a.m. It sounds like I need to make sure that we make sure that this is in the narrative.
on record. Yeah.
I need to force it. I need to force the 4 a.m. Somebody was here at 4 a.m.
That's true. I mean, it sounds like that's one of the goals of the call is to mention 4 a.m. And why 4 a.m.?
Right. And if you're calling for an unconscious friend, you know her friend has a boyfriend that is there too. You saw a man in the house. You got how many roommates? As far as you know, it could have been a friend of somebody else. If you really didn't know what happened, you're gonna assume maybe it was a friend of so and so that left early in the morning. Why does it have to do? Why is it so important to mention the person walking around at 4 a.m. when you don't even know if it has anything to do with the person that you're calling 911 for? You don't know if you don't know.
Exactly. Especially if you don't know if the person is unconscious or not, because if they're unconscious, then it wouldn't have anything to do with him.
Right. What did he do? Come like roofie her while she was already in bed with her boyfriend? I mean, what is some guy? He's gonna like come in there and you know what I'm saying? And then you're so focused on 4 a.m. when if you don't know that that's even needs to be associated with it. So your urgency would be to go find out what's going on with your friend. This urgency of 4 a.m. I need you to tell you about 4 a.m. You're trying to force that into the narrative. You're trying to force it in there when if you really didn't know, there's no reason to force it. Your urgency is to go find out what's going on because the reason I called 911 is for help and they're going to give me help. I just need to listen to them and follow instructions.
Yeah. And also, I think as the call progresses, like, it starts off with something's happening and I don't know what. And then it kind of turns into an unconscious person. And then there's something at 4 a.m. It's like information is leaking out almost, when the goal of the call was probably to say, I don't know what, but there was something strange at 4 a.m. and we just need help in general so that you guys can come here and see it all for yourselves. And we don't actually have to put it in words because we don't want to do that. So, and then I think that, that's part of why I thought the 911 operator was doing so well, is because she was just focusing on the information that she needed. And I think that did trip them up a bit in the event that the call is rehearsed, which I think so. So I don't know. I just thought she was really very good.
Yeah, I did. I think when you hear a lot of these other POS dispatchers that have attitudes and are really rude to people, you hear this and it's like, man, to me, She displayed a lot of patience. She was about trying to get the information that's needed right away. She didn't say, I don't want to hear about the 4 a.m. She wanted to hear about the current status of the person that they were calling in first. And then, because you hear a lot of, in these 911 calls, yeah, there's a lot of important information that is included in some of these 911 calls because of things that are said after the reason that they're making the call. And so, yes, to me, she displayed a lot of patience and didn't even have an attitude. Didn't even have an attitude. Was just like, look, I need this. I need this. Please stop passing it around. I need to know what's going on with the parent because they're losing time.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
losing
and I
time.
mean, from her perspective, that's her one priority is to just find out what's going on, and
Oh, needs to go
yeah,
send out exactly. And what kind of level? And then now we're going to get to this part where you hear the hyperventilating, you hear the deep breathing, like a horror movie, like somebody really, you can feel the emotion of in the breaths. But then you got oh, okay, uh you have the defibrillator. Like, if you just saw what you saw, okay, or you heard what you heard, enough to make you, because it was real. I can't recreate that kind of breathing. I try and I just can't do it. Uh, that breathing is real. So then, if you know what you know, or heard what you heard, or saw what you saw, well, then how do you even get to defibrillator at the end of the 911 call? Like, that's crazy too.
Mm, well, I suppose it's also possible that that freaking out and that breathing was more about making the call because obviously they didn't want to, and it was about maybe the panic of having to actually start explaining things.
Oh, so you think the heavy breathing and the hyperventilating was somebody that just didn't want to be on that phone,
Well, it's a
and
lot of pressure.
they
Yeah,
were forced to, and so you think that came from anxiety
could be.
and not seeing uh some kind of blood. Okay.
I think it's possible. I mean,
Well, that would be the only thing that would make sense to me if somebody can get to a defibrillator.
yeah,
Because if you're breathing because you saw something like that, then I'm like, how do you get to defibrillator? Because if you saw something that's going to make you that scared, obviously a defibrillator ain't going to be helping. You're going
no.
to need something else.
And we can already tell that the people don't want to be on the call because, like, they're like, I can't talk to them. You need to talk to them, and like everybody's just like, don't you want to do it, maybe? And when you have the phone in your hand, I feel like it probably is scary because you're in this situation that's just getting worse and worse, deeper and deeper. The call's probably not going well. You don't know what you're supposed to be saying, and that is a lot of stress. It's like, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? What should I be saying? That's a lot. That's scary. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're looking at the scene. It means that you're being confronted and told to go and check, and now you don't know what to say.
Hmm.
I think.
Interesting. Yeah. Some people think, like Beckel said, I think the breathing's fake. So we'll get to that part. That's the only thing that makes sense because to me, I'm like, how does somebody see that stuff and get to defibrillator? And also at the end of the call, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
what? Where's the crackle? Where's the choking up in the middle of the words? You know?
Yeah, unless the phone was passed to somebody who was freaking out and then they passed the phone back to somebody who was calmer. But that person who was freaking out never actually spoke. They were just holding the phone stressed. I don't see how that can change like that, like you're saying.
Yeah. It's like Joe Dirt delivering a pizza, going in like Batman committing a crime, and leaving the crime scene like Joe Dirt delivering a pizza. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It either goes from one to the other. It doesn't go it doesn't go sloppy perfect sloppy. It doesn't go perfect sloppy perfect. It goes from sloppy to perfect, or from perfect to sloppy. It's not back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, let's get into this part. This will be the breathing, and then when the officer's walking up.
Someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, we gotta go check. But we have to. Is he passed out?
See, the reason why I think that she did see something is because you can obviously tell they're walking inside, going up, and you can hear that male voice in the background. There's a different kind of acoustics.
Yeah.
So to me, she's inside. And that's why I'm saying this is what I think. Let me use this tour here real quick to kind of explain it. So to me, let me make sure it's showing. Okay. So to me, it's like you hear they're right outside the door, right? Right outside the door. You hear the crackle from the phone. It's like they're walking up the stairs. And what I think took place is because you're hearing people talking in the background, and it's like they're standing in this area. You got the acoustics from the room, and I feel like she either looked over the half wall or peeked around here, saw that, and then sat at that step breathing heavy. So that's what kind of made me think that she did see something. But I definitely see what you're talking about as well. But she's definitely inside because of the talking and the acoustics in the background. So
Yeah.
let me see. I'll rewind it just a little bit here. See, like it's like I'm walking upstairs. I kind of peek around that half wall. I see what I see. You get a little bit of mumbling. I don't even know what she's saying. And it's like you hear like a step or two after the initial, not when it gets really like deep, but right before the mumble. It's like I look around, and then all of a sudden there's like a little something mumble. You hear like a step or two, and then it's like step down, leaned up against it, mumble, and then it's right around the corner.
I don't know. I almost feel like I think that if she had seen something, she would have screamed, or she would have exclaimed, or she would have. That breathing to me sounded like panic. Like, what do I do now? Like,
yeah.
That's just how I felt. But I mean, it does make sense that she went that way as well. So I suppose, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, or it could have been. It's kind of hard to tell what he's saying too, because maybe it sounded like something with floor. It's when you hear her mumble, it sounds like something with floor. Maybe blood all over the floor, and she heard what he said and was like, oh, you
Yeah.
know, uh, not necessarily seen, but heard. But again, defibrillator, or maybe they just didn't know what a defibrillator did.
I mean,
That could be it too. It's a
yes.
it's a medical word. They know it's a medical word, but they don't necessarily know what a defibrillator would do. Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. She knew enough to know she didn't have one. So,
Well, and to even discuss it with the officer as the officer was walking up.
yeah, I don't know.
All right, so we'll get back to this. I'll come in. We got to go check. We're back at this part of the 911 call.
Come on, we gotta go check.
Come on, let's go check.
But we have to.
I don't want to, but we have to. But we have to. See, I don't know what she's saying right there. What do you think she's saying?
It sounds to me like, is she passed out? What's wrong?
All right, hold on. Let me. She's something. What's wrong? I think she saw. Hold on. I'm thinking she said. Hold on. Let me play it one more time. She's 2 syllables. She's blah, blah.
I do think
She's
it's
passed
passed out.
out. She's
Yeah.
passed out. What's wrong? What kind of coffee you drinking this morning, Rosie?
Hazelnut.
I need some because I need some minus the sinus coffee. That's what I need. I'm kind of I do hear that, but I also hear this too. She's on the floor. What's wrong?
I think I definitely hear the word out from the
But
past out.
it's like I hear both of them. So okay, I could see that too. Let me go back to it one more time, and then we'll move on. Is she passed out? And what is he saying too? That's what I can't really understand. What is he saying?
She's not waking up.
You can hear him go, Xana, Xana.
Okay. One moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
She's passed out, but I'm gonna get freaked out.
She's not waking up.
Okay. One moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Like, and if Xana had defensive wounds on her hands,
Yeah.
like it.
She's not waking up. That's all.
Well, Black Hawk, this is what I started thinking. All right, so you got this is just in my opinion. You got DM coming home at 3:51 a.m. putting a contact in her phone, size 9 Vans. I'm walking to my room from the sliding glass door on the second floor, and my right foot steps. Oh man, what was that? I don't
Well,
want people to know that I walked in it and waited 8 hours to call 911. That's what I think about that latent footprint.
yeah, also with the new documents that have come out, one of the descriptions that DM gave of this intruder, I don't know how she saw this because I thought she just saw an eyebrow, but she did mention boots.
Well,
And then,
that's
one
right.
eye. So
That's right.
I don't know if boots can look like that. I'm not good with shoes, but I don't know if that can happen. I highly doubt it because a lot of people did speculate that it was the intruder, but I mean,
She did. Yeah, you're right. She said was wearing all black and had boots.
yeah, she said
Yeah.
it once. She was spoken to 5 times, but she said that only one of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never seen any like usually boots, if you're wearing boots, they got the print that is thick and spread out. Vans, it's a different kind of shoe. There's more thin rubber strips on the sole and on the bottom than boots. Boots are more like thicker and more spread out. The shoes that the Van shoes are more for grip, for like skateboards and things like that. I've never seen a pair of boots that have the same pattern as Vans. Not to say that they don't exist, but as far as I know, they don't. But then the size 9 as well. I wear a size 12 and I'm not 6 foot. You know what I mean? So if somebody's 6 foot, they're going to be wearing, I imagine, a size 12 or bigger on average, not a size 9. If you're trying to put on different shoes to make it not fit your shoe size, well, I would imagine you would put bigger shoes on because if you're going to try and go in there with 3 sizes too small of shoes, it's gonna freaking hurt. Like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't even imagine if I tried to put my feet in size 9. Like, I don't know. How do you even walk? How do you even walk?
And accomplish so much in one night.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, to me, it's like somebody walked in at 3:51, stepped 1 foot and went, "Oh crap," and then obviously knew what it was enough to clean it up. And because if my footprint was noticed that I walked in it and they could tell how long it was dry or dried for, then they're going to be like, well, why didn't you call at 4 a.m.? Why didn't you call at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Well, I can't give you the excuse that I didn't know if I did know because I stepped in it, you know?
Yeah. Just say, I don't know what I was stepping in.
Right.
I stepped in something and I don't know what. I need help.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let me see. I'm going to back it up just a skosh here. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out. Now, the crying seems
Real.
still similar.
Yeah.
The nervousness, I should say. The anxiety.
Yeah.
But when you hear him, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Like, this is, where does the blood stain in the back of the house come from, right? Remember when we're looking at photos that same day, and they took photos for like where you see the sliding glass doors on the second floor, and you see the photos of the drips coming from the bedroom, Zaina's bedroom. Uh, the Kathy Mabbitt comments about how messy it was. Like, how I'm just so confused with how nobody mentions the word blood.
I know you would think it would be one of the first things. Yeah.
It just, and then defibrillator again.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yes, 20. Here's one.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay. Sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
You see right there, I would have no, and I didn't explain further.
No.
But you're telling everybody, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah. I think he really just doesn't want to be on the call. I guess he's taken on the responsibility of going to check, but beyond that, he doesn't want to. Like.
Well, he's the one that knows the most. He saw the most.
Yeah.
He saw the most. And it's, is she breathing? No. And then there's nothing else. It just, I'm gonna sit there. No. That's it.
No.
Okay.
Plenty of open space to finish. Nobody was talking over you. You could have, He's obviously wanting to say something. Hello? Hello? No. And then that's it. And then it's like, hey, they want to talk to you.
You need to talk to them, say. I can't talk to them. They need you to talk to them.
Hello. Okay. I've already sent the ambulance.
Yeah, so he's like, look, they you got to talk to him. He doesn't want to talk to him. She don't want to talk to him. And now she's back to normal. Hello? Oh, okay.
The ambulance and law enforcement stay on the line. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again? There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
We don't have one. I think yes. Do you have a defibrillator? Yes, we have one.
Are you talking to the officer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. No panic. No information. All she got was they're not breathing. Yeah, zero. Where's the, right, Heather? Where's the panic in all these people's voices?
Yeah.
And if you're able to check if somebody's breathing, then how do you not. I don't get it. I really
I
don't.
guess also in terms of the way the call's ending, the officer is there. So maybe with this urgency to talk about 4 a.m., she just wants to get off the call so that she can go and start telling him about 4 a.m. as well. So there's something about that. It's super important. Like I say, there's a priority problem, in my opinion.